Hello everyone. It is Friday morning. I'm going to get the day started. Beautiful day. It's kind of chilly this morning. I'm getting the day going. We got a lot to do today. First thing this morning, I got up and I went over to the tag place, and I'm sitting there waiting. I was going to be the first one in there to get the tags on Vivo. And I do have Jonathan coming this morning. He said it'd be around 10, So I thought, well, I got plenty of time from 8 to there, shoot over here. Well, I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and I look over and the DMV don't even open till 9. And I thought, time I go in at 9, get everything done, I'm not going to make it back here. And we had showed y'all this brake chamber yesterday, and I left it in the building because Jonathan had put it in the truck in case he got here and he could work on it until we got here. And so I thought, man, I have messed up. Because now I got the parts here and he's not going to be able to work on them. So I wasn't going to sit there an hour and a half just for them to open. So I figured I'd come on to the shop, get the shop open, and then we'll just do what we can. But I have to go today to get to do the tags on the Vivo. And I want to ask Jonathan about the inspection. I don't want to get up there too and then tell me it's got to be inspected before I do the tags. I don't know. We will find out. But we got a lot to do today, so let's get on it. Here it is, just a silly little YouTube channel. We got 182 days to Snowman National, 85 days to Fun Run Cruisers Drive In, 14 days to burn out Rallies. This is getting real. It's we get down to the wire. We got to get the truck going. We got to get the cars going. We're doing it. So what I'm going to start off with this morning, I'm getting the parts ready for Vivo. I'm getting all the parts out there. Get all the parts out there on Vivo that needs to be done. The tires, the brake chamber, and all that. Get all that done. So I'll get that out there, and then hopefully Jonathan will be here in a little bit, and we'll start working on Vivo and try to knock that out. And before Jonathan gets here, I'm probably going to pull that skid steer tire in here, break it down, and see if I can put the other tube in it, do it all myself, since somebody wanted to make me the other day. Do the title work on Vivo. I've got to do that today, but of course I can't do that here. I'm actually going to have to leave to do it, but we'll see what time we will do this. When I go out to do the title work for Vivo, I need to stop by over at Tractor Supply and pick up a rack and some metal and stuff. So I need to do that. And then work on oil coolers and handbrakes. We've got to knock them two things out. We keep putting it on the list and we keep hollering around, well, this ain't afternoon, this is daytime, and we've got to get this stuff going. So we've got to, I'm not willing to do the handbrake without, doing the rear brake delete on Randy's car until we get the handbrake. So we got to get on this handbrake so we can do it. We got to have that wheel speed when he goes down there. I don't care who outdoes who. It doesn't bother me. I think that car is going to be awesome with the exhaust glowing and have the wheel speed. And I would like to get them both so good enough to go tomorrow to Caraway and really test these cars out with the new oil coolers on them and everything, see how that's going to do. But anyway, that's kind of what I got planned today, and I'm sure other things will pop up as I go. But remember, everybody, you've got 1,440 minutes in every day. Keep your head above the water, smile, enjoy yourself, and don't let nobody ruin your day. Go down in the description, check out our YouTube family, our Snowman, that family environment we got going on here, and we would love for you to be a part of it. Send us a message if you want our help, and we'll help you in any way possible and make this family even bigger. So y'all come along with me, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Thank you. I told y'all, it's getting real. Here's the tires for Cletus and cars. Just took delivery of those. These 4 here is for this weekend at Caraway, and the other 2 is for customers. I'm hoping they come today to get their trailer tires put on. But just wanted to show y'all, the guy just showed up and brought us our tires. Unfortunately, one of those stacks will only last about a day. So, anyway, I really do need a tire sponsor. Anyway, there's the tires for Cletus and cars, and the burnout rivals, I'm sorry, but same thing. And then there's one for Caraway, and we may have to make another order real soon, but we'll see. Be right back. Hello everyone, I'm going to play around with this thing a little bit. Maybe see if I can get this taken out and put a new tube. I have to look around and see if I can find where Randy put the tubes, but see if I can see what happened to this one. I see a big dent here. Probably should have spun that around. I can get it from that side, but maybe take something and see if I can knock that back down. But anyway, the air compressor is building up right now, but I'll be with you momentarily. See if I can get some of this bent out before I try to take this wheel off. Be right back. Try to put a little heat on this thing, get it back around to form the way it's supposed to be. You don't catch that lip, break it, and hit it like that. Really not good on my ball peen hammer. I'll be right back with you.
Tomorrow is Caraway, everybody. But hey, welcome back. I'm here. Let's do some work. I don't think the air compressor.
The air compressor's not on. Be right back.
Oh, hello. I guess that ain't that bad of a difference. A little. Pretty close. Hello, everybody. If you didn't know, my name is Randy. I go by Little Randy. Dad's up here with Jonathan, parked up the garage. If y'all have not watched his videos, please go watch his videos. I think he's only posted 2. Go subscribe. The man, I cannot say nicer things about this guy. So please, let's show him some love if we can. But I had an idea. I talked with Jonathan yesterday about it. I talked to Dad today. What if I did like a how-to video? Okay. How does one go about changing a tire? So, first thing is first. You have these things in your valve stem. It's a valve stem core. This is a valve stem core remover. You just put it on there. Righty tighty to put them on, lefty loosey take them out. All right. They are obviously located right here. You just left turn out. This one is obviously not beaded up. We could never get it to bead up. So we're just going to remove the valve stem. All right. The air compressor is building air right now. And after all the air has released from this tire, which there is no air to release, but after which you put it here. This is just a Coates rim clamp 5040E, 5040E is in Edward. Alright, let's see. This one does have a few small air leaks, but it's okay, we still love it. Let's see if we can break the bead loose. I got two of these here, two of these tire changers. And this one, it takes the middle pedal to use the bead breaker here. And the other one, I don't remember which one it is. But, come on. There we go. It's broke, we flip it around. You see right in here is the bead that's still on. Down here is not on. So we're going to flip it over. And we're going to break this bead as well. If it'll do it, it should do it. These are really, really old tires, okay? The plan was I was just going to burn them off the caraway. I couldn't get this one to bead up. We're not even going to try it. Now, as you saw, it didn't pop in, but it's also because I don't have enough air pressure. Let's try again. There we go. Alright. The bead is popped. So now, this does clamp outward. You can clamp inward if you want. We're just going to try to clamp outward, see how it goes. But, by me breaking the bead on the back side, I rebeaded part of the front side. Now, these are some low profile tires. Believe it or not, these are actually really nice clean wheels. They're just not clean right now. This little arm here is going to be what you use to obviously take tire off. But you don't need it. This one is all metal for the arm here. And since this tire is so old, it is honestly probably about to whoop my tail in to get it off. But we're going to give her a college A for it. Put your little tire tool in, get it lifted on the side, make sure this side's pushed down as much as you can, and pull it on top of your duck head. And then you just start slowly going around. Now again, this tire, for all intents and purposes, is honestly old. I don't know where the date code is. We're really not going to worry about finding it. This tire is going to be a lot stiffer than the new one. So that being said, it's not going to want to cooperate sometimes. Again, I am not an expert. We are just a silly little YouTube channel that so happens to sell tires. Yep. Where we kept shooting brake cleaner and starter fluid trying to get this thing to beat up. Now all on the inside. There we go. See it pops off. And look at all that fluid in there. Roll it out of the way. Now, we got this regular wheel here. There's nothing fancy about this wheel outside of it's a 17 by 9, 17 by 9.5. With that being said, that was a 275/40 17. This tire here is a Leo 235/45 17. It is a 40,000 mile tire. which means that they say this tire will last you 40,000 miles. Means it's really solid. Lots and lots of tire smoke if you ever do a burnout. But I'm not worried about the mileage rating. Get your bead fluid here. And the name of it's pretty self-explanatory. You lube the bead. You got two dots on these tires. You got a yellow dot and a red dot. No, not like the store. The red dot. If memory serves me correctly, the yellow dot goes to the valve stem because it is the lightest point of the tire. We got the duct head just a little too high to put the tire on. To take it off, it was fine for us. There we go, top of the bead right. Now we're going to move the yellow dot over here. And whenever you start to put on these tires at a little more low profile, you'll see me try to push right here to try to give it some flexibility. And it should do just fine. So let's try it. Nope. If you ain't careful, that right there will tear up the customer's tire. This is not a customer's tire, this is my tire. So yes, I still don't want to tear up the sidewalk. But if something happened and I did, I don't have an angry customer about it. I just have an angry me. So what I'm going to do, nope, that didn't work. We're just going to have to put the duct head down a little bit further. There we go. I like to go a little bit slower just to make sure nothing happens to it. Lift the duct head. Again, it doesn't matter, this tire is not going to be balanced. Put your valve stem core back in it. It just drops in with the little, guess it's a rectangle side on the top. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And then you just put air to it. I usually run about 30, 35 pounds in these. It seems to be a nice happy medium. You see right here where it's not beaded up yet? That's going to pop in just a second. But we're going to try to help it. Throw some lube in there. Oops, there we go. This tire is not as wide as it should be. But it will be fine. Because we're not trying to look for a stretched tire. But I just need a tire to last forever. That worked! I'm slightly moister than an oyster now. But that is not going to be the proper amount of PSI. But my tire gauge on this machine does not function. You have your old school tire gauge. Just bloop. I got right at 22 pounds. This one here is a Harbor Freight Merlin. It's about 5 pounds off. It says we're at 30. Tells me we're right around 22 to 25. If this one's a little overinflated, I'm not worried about it. If it's a little underinflated, I'm not worried about it because it's going on my car just to go burn them off tomorrow night. Now I need to wash this wheel. I probably should have washed it before I put the tire on. Whoops. Better yet, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my gauge, and I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to go get the gauge, make sure we're doing it right. All right, got my gauge. Okay. Let's see. Look here. You can see it. It's a little over 35. To be called. I'm good, buddy. How are you? Tomorrow evening, I'll be in Carroll. Okay. I'm working on that other one here in just a minute. I'll have it fixed hopefully. Dad has it on the machine right now, but I don't even think it's out. I don't know. I don't know, I'm not going to act like I know, but there's a pretty good sized dent in the wheel. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it was there last time. Dad heated it up this morning while I was at work, and he got out 99% of it. But no, I will pump that tube up and squirt soapy water all over it, and make sure that just something didn't happen to the tube. But obviously I do have two other ones here. And what I've started doing is I talked to a few guys I know that run skid steers like what you got. They said they run about 80 pounds in their tubes. So the last one I did, I put between 65 and 70. And okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we might have had a bad year or something. I mean, I'm not sure why it would go down that dang fast. Oh, yeah. No. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. That does not make sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, and if this got a pinhole, I'll put patch on it. Yeah. I'll take a look at it and we'll see what we can figure out. Okay, that'll work. All right, I appreciate it. Yep. All right, I already took the air out of this one. Again, old tire, gonna be rough. All right, so you just repeat the process we just did on the other wheel on this wheel. because it de-beaded over here, but it kept re-beading because it's such a wide tire. Don't need that. Need to stay off bead, of course. Name one of these is a Pirelli, and the other one's Goodyear. Oh man, this is just going to be absolutely wonderful to get off. Oh, tire, gotta love it. We'll get another tire on it. Ah, about busted my face open. That wouldn't be good. Alright, so now I need to be really careful because even though I had the duck head higher, because it is such an old tire and got so much pressure, it's obviously going to tear up the tire, which I don't care about. I don't want my wheel tore up. So, alright, looks like we got away and didn't scratch it. Again, if it would have scratched, it's my wheel. But there we go. Cool. Before we get too far, let's go ahead and put the valve stem forward back in. think it's wanting to. There we go. Right at 35. Cool. And remember, people, always put a valve stem cap on it. Always put that. Especially if you're balancing it. Yes, it doesn't make a big difference, but it makes just enough that I'll notice. I won't. But it makes it easier to balance. Alright, cool. Now, I do have 2 more 17-inch tires, but what if we put 18s on? Let's do it. Alright, so this thing had computer valve stems, which I don't think is going to cause an issue, but we are about to find out together. Again, this is a Leo tire, 40,000 miles. And you want to know the reason I bought them? They were the cheapest tire I could get. And these tires are 245, 45, 18s. I usually run a 245, 45, 17. But well, I ordered the 235s because they were just moderately cheap. Ain't got to load up now, y'all. Try again. Come on, Randy. There we go. So, you see this tire beaded up again. Now, since it did that, I need it to not be beaded up. So I need to break this bead. I need it to stay broken. And then ta-da! We shouldn't have a problem with this tire beading up because it's already beaded up. The yellow dot's not exactly perfect. Again, that's okay. Here it comes. Come on, don't make a fool out of me. That wasn't the right one. Pow. Bang. Bing. Ding, ding, dong. Come on. It's trying, I promise. Here comes, baby. Yep. There it is. Already been 30 minutes we've been doing this. That's 50 pounds. We don't need that much. There, right here. I'm getting good at this 35-pound thing, y'all. Oh, can't forget valve steel cap. But guess what? I got red ones for mine. Yeah, that's gonna look tacky as all get out. There we go. Burnout tire. Oh, I gotta get that off. Cletus and cars, you cannot have wheel wells. Probably should have checked before I did all this. There we go. All right, let's get the next one. And you might be asking yourself, hey Randy, are you going to do all 4 of these right now? And the answer is no. I'm not going to do all 4 of the 18s. Because Dad said he might paint his arm. Mine will be just fine. Just like they are. I don't want this thing popping right here in my face. Pow! Ping pong! Ping, ping, ping pong! Dang! There it is. That took 55 pounds. Let's see if we can get it right on the money again, shall we? I think we're going to be a little too low. Yep, that's 25. And one. P-I-N. Be right back. I'm going to find two more 17-inch wheels that might surprise you. All right, everyone, we're back. About fell over the old tire. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're back. These tires or wheels come off a twisted system. They are American racing. This one obviously doesn't have the centerpiece. That one does. But either way, they are 17s. This is a 215 50 17. And this is a 235 50 17. Not saying that they had wrong size tires on them, but they had different size tires. We'll fix that. What I might do is just take the centerpiece off of this one too. I can't look that silly. I already look silly enough because I'm wearing a pink shirt apparently. scared the shit out of me. I'm in the middle of working and he's scaring me. This was supposed to be a surprise.
What?
This was supposed to be a surprise. How's it going?
It's going. We about to flip it.
I felt like I wasn't doing much to help. So I was just sitting there and...
We need more Sprite.
What?
We need more Sprite.
Okay. Kind of tempted to replace this valve strip. One of these tires is leaking down. Like I said, it come off a twisted system. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's go get a new one. Oh, even pull it. Once we finish up with these two, we're going to transition right into fixing the skid steer tire. Had some call, said he didn't know really what happened. Y'all probably heard the conversation. I mean, there was a bad bend in that wheel. So, I have my theory on what happened, but we shall see. Make sure I grab the 17. tire cheat. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. Let's see if we can mess this up. Ready, set, go. Got it. Got it real good, apparently. I'm starting to think this wheel's a little bit wider than I think it is. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm starting to think this wheel's a little bit wider. Oh my God. I got a pink shirt on and I got a tire that's stretched that bad. How wide is that tire? A wheel. Good God. Yeah, that makes sense. Nope, it did not. I would like for y'all to know, these wheels are 9.5 inches wide. And those SS wheels are 9. That seems a little compromised. Yep. Let's go work on that skid steer tire, but I'm gonna take a break. Here we go. Would y'all believe me if I told you? Same damn problem as the first one. Wouldn't have to be doing this right now if I used the right one the first time. This is not on the customer, this is on me. This was like the first or second cube I ever put on in my entire lifetime. So, let's fix it. We're gonna make it right. knew I had to get that.